stuff. By the way, God bless whoever edited this video. That was the perfect ending to it, I'll be honest with you.
Hello everyone. You know who this is. Yet you have absolutely no idea. Of course.
Wow. Somebody gonna be famous. Real famous.
I sit here writing to you now with my exceptionally long penis buried deeply and warmly into my vagina butt.
Isn't that neat?
Charlie Hunter 77 has joined the game.
Call 911. This place needs to be swatted. It's obnoxious.
You have a bully cabal.
You don't find people being bullied into suicide on 4chan.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay, if he says any more bad words, I'm gonna hang up on him. He doesn't own Kiwi Farm, and he died blasphemy. A little kid named Moon owns Kiwi Farm.
How do they make this more and more epic every time? We're defend ourselves.
I'm sorry, I'm a soy-filled bitch and like videos.
Aim. If we get Donald Trump just to tweet out, I mean, you know, just a tweet that mentions the hashtag Gamergate, it doesn't even necessarily matter how we use it. Man, the blue check marks are going to shit their fucking pants.
It's 2019. I can't believe anybody believes in a spinning fucking ball of water.
True. I bet you when Jim finds out, he's gonna just give me so much shit.
One never knows when the homosexual is about.
I've had over 1,000 rejections in real life, 2,000 rejections online, so that's 3,000 rejections total. I aim as low as possible. I aim for obese women, ideally ugly and obese. I would do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl.
I said it's not even hot outside.
You are not allowed to bring her to the hospital. No, you get no permission to fucking do it.
God, I'm kidding. It's just like this declaration, right, of male dominance.
Put that in your pipe.
I definitely cheated on Super Mario with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Stop doing this stuff.
He's like the blue seductress who takes me out into the night and does wonderful things to me.
Enough! Stop!
How can a Yorkshire Terrier live in the wild? It's in plain sight, but you just don't see it. You know what I mean?
Your content isn't even art, Jim. Your content isn't even artistic.
You were picking on a guy weaker than you, weren't you, Jim?
I might say it's because you're a loser who's playing to an audience of children.
I'd like to join your posse, boys, but first I'm going to sing a little song.
He's the very best. He's the ruthless cowboy in the
Okay.
You have a bully cabal that you have created to
bully
attack
cabal.
people.
Outer heaven.
What else would you call it?
I'd call it the Swedish Squad. We spread hugs and love across the internet.
Bullshit. You know that's not true. You know what you do.
What am I? Name the bully.
No.
Name the bully for a thing. Bully Hunter will help you.
You don't want to build a wall. Instead, you want to use a military approach and run sorties over drug cartels.
Sure, and work with Mexico to rebuild its country. Yeah, sure. If we're going to invest money into something, why not in making Mexico better so that a bunch of fucking people don't run away from that country into ours?
Okay. That's brilliant.
This is like the ultimate condescending argument from somebody that's never ever been in a shitty position in their entire life. Like, I can't even believe that somebody.
What the fuck you're talking
I don't. You can't. Either that or you lack zero empathy or have zero intelligence.
I'm not part of your lying, doxing, harassing teenage fan club. I'm someone doing something in real life.
And I have an army of mercenary children wreaking havoc on web forums from here to hell and back.
You understand I'm a person, don't you? Do you think white people act like this? White people are meant to be polite and respectful to one another, and you guys can't even act like white people. It's really, like, amazing to me.
Jim, it's people like you that need to get a bullet to the head. Because you're promoting hatred, bigotry.
Is it bigotry against pedophiles? Pedophobia. It's pedophobia.
You're low rent, low IQ trash. I was 100% right to call you a religious bigot. It's what you and your fans are.
But as a white person who is male, you're never told that there's anything you can do. You have no idea what it's like to be told you're not supposed to do that. That's not the kind of job for you, because the sky is the fucking limit.
What I was saying was that there's this YouTuber that I admire very much, that I used to admire, but I realized that his game is to punch down. But he always mocks people who are weak, who are small. I can't stand the big guy who bullies me, or tries to bully me.
There is a toxicity that has developed among gamers.
Okay.
All right? It feels somewhat fascist in the way it's working.
That's amazing. Well, good evening, my fellow little gamers. Oh, are we ready? Are we ready to enact Project 2025? It's time to put women in breeding camps. How are you doing this evening, Chad? Are you ready? Are you ready to take away the reproductive rights? Oh, no more abortions for anybody. You're all going into camps. You're all going to get bred. We're going to use all the tax dollars to give every man in the country Viagra. And then it's nothing but rape. Non-stop rape. Project 2025 is here. Donald Trump is ushering in the age of non-consensual sex. Government mandated. The federal government is going to ensure that everybody is bred. I'm going to get new girlfriends. You're going to get new girlfriends and tons of free Viagra. That's how based. That's the whole election. That's what we've been voting for. At least that's what the mainstream media has told me. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe I'm confused a little bit. Well, it's that magical night, isn't it? It's a night where half the country's going to break down and shit itself in rage. Once the polls are done, once the voting's over, half the country's going to be convinced that the end of the world is here. The other half is going to be smug as fuck about it, saying terrible, terrible things, and just being insufferable pricks. And we are all about that. Remember, it's not so much important who you voted for tonight. What's important is that you're an asshole to the people that lose. That you screen cap it and mine the fuck out of that salt. Now, I've got my team. I've already explained who I'm voting for. I'm a right-leaning guy. I'm going for Trump. He got shot twice. Well, shot at twice. Little sniper on the golf course. Don't forget that one. But I can respect it. If we lose tonight, the country's going to go to shit, obviously. But I can't take away that victory from those Kamala folks, you left-leaning people, if you're listening to this. You get to be smug fucks about it, screen capping all the megapeds that are shitting themselves in rage. And likewise, if Trump wins it, oh, are the libs going to shit themselves? And I want to see which way it goes. Which way is it going to go? Now, we have some polling data that's already come in. We've already got some states are being called. Oh, I've been watching this take place ever since yesterday. Very interesting. All these polls suddenly saying that Kamala is taking it. Oh, Polymarket. Have you seen Polymarket? All the betting by foreigners? Oh, go to Polymarket and look at what's going on. Like to remind you all, Mark Cuban owns like a large investment in Polymarket, and he hates Trump. So if you're voting there, I'm sorry, if you're betting on Polymarket, remember you're making Mark Cuban money. He's making money off of you. Don't forget that. Go vote with your wallet and place your bets somewhere else. Let's not make Mark Cuban money. He's just an asshat. Now, I will try to do this for a little while. I've been having so much fun watching it. It's, watching people react, especially on social media when they're talking about this election. It really seems like it comes down to two issues. I'm going to try to call it as fair as I can. You look at right-leaning people when they're talking about which way do they think the election is going to go, which way do they think, what are the issues that are at play here? You hear a lot of talk about the economy, not being able to make rent, not being able to buy groceries. Things are way too expensive. Worried about the jobs, worried about their security and their future, worried about mass immigration. These are the issues I see presented on the right. Then on the left side, those left-wing people, what are they talking about? What's a big issue? Vaginas. Abortion. We got to talk about my vagina, my abortion rights. Seems to be the biggest thing. There are even a few people dressing up like a Handmaid's Tale and going out to voting centers. Can I just say, please don't. Like, I get it. It's election day. Everybody wants to be a little goofy. People are putting on their political attire. They're going to dress up. They're going to have stickers and look like walking fucking billboards. I get it. Left and right, that's fine. But don't be that person. Don't be the person that is just the mood killer. I'm talking about like the fat 40-year-old white suburban mom that's drunk, really drunk off wine, has cat hair all over her, and is dressed up like a Handmaid's Tale. Let's not do that. Nobody likes it. Not even your fellow left-wingers like it. You are an insufferable prick, and everybody hates it. Please stop doing that. I know you have one piece of fiction left to you. You can't dress up like fucking Harry Potter and run around waving a wand screaming about Voldemort. Because, oh no, J.K. Rowling doesn't like trans people or some shit. So that piece of fiction is now restricted. It doesn't exist anymore. We can't like that anymore. Find something fucking new. Okay, please? Am I fucking wrong on this? Can you find something new? If this is your mother that's going out to the voting center dressed like that, stop her. Lock the front door, don't let her leave. Take a picture of her and show it to her and be like, Mom, this is fucking embarrassing. Stop. People are going to look at this like 10 years from now and you're never going to live it down. Stop. I get it. My vagina abortions. I understand. You're too old to get fucked anyway, but I understand. Abortions are a big issue for you. Stop dressing up like this. The neighbors are talking. You're scaring the cat. The cat doesn't understand what this outfit is. Stop it. But, they're like, I don't know. I guess it's depressing for them. No more Harry Potter. Maybe they could dress up like Rings of Power. Isn't there like a fat hairy dwarf in that or something? Or a midget elf? I don't really follow this shit. There's a black dwarf female in that? You go, Mom, dress up like that. Get her a battle axe. Have her scare the people at the polling center. Go out there, Mom, with your battle axe and talk about the One Ring or some shit. I don't know. Just not a Handmaid's Tale. Let's fucking bury that. Give me back the curtains. You need to stop. So this has been going on back and forth. Oh, which way is it going to go? Listen, the polling's all over the fucking place. I have my gut feeling. I locked it in 2 days ago. I think Trump's going to take it. If he loses, I'm going to have egg on my face. Oh boy, that's going to be embarrassing. But we have a lot. We've got results that have already come in. So let's try to get current with it while we do this. This is going to be a bit of a shorter stream. Other people are doing longer ones. I saw people in chat talking earlier saying Crowder's doing one. I think he's got like 500,000 people watching. He's got Tim Pool on there. The Quarter Pounder is on there. So you've got they're going to be selling lots of coffee and talking about Civil War. So you'll have that to watch. And then over at Kick on the Kino Casino Gaming, you've got Andy and PPP, and they've got Josh joining them, DSP, and a bunch of other people. So there'll be a lot of long-form streams tonight. People are going to cover a lot of stuff. I'm just going to be here for a little while, health permitting. We'll take a look and kind of see which way it's going to go. Oh, talk about the political issues. Get all political about it while we look at the returns. Oh, that should be interesting. Who doesn't love politics? God, I can't wait for this to be over. I either want to know that we have a little bit of hope coming or that I'm going to be living my last days in a dystopia. But let's just get it over with. So let me put up a little pretty... Oh, look at those two. Oh, I guess I can get rid of the pudding. I'll get rid of the pudding. There we go. So let's see what we've got so far. Let me pull up some results. Oh boy, breaking news. I don't have like a ticker. I don't have a ticker yet. Can I put this up on screen? Maybe, well, you know what? I'll just read the results. We'll go through the results a little bit, and then I'll show them on screen if they get interesting. Right now, as it stands, and I'm looking at Google and the New York Times. Those are the two places I'm going to pull from. And then we'll read on Twitter as people come to terms with whatever the reality of tonight's going to be. Fair enough? Fair enough. Presidential results. Where are we sitting right now? Well, Donald Trump is currently sitting with a popular vote of 11.5 million, while Kamala has 9.7. Now, again, we're very early in the evening. Can't base anything really off this. This is just kind of early days. But what about electoral votes? Where are we sitting with those? Donald Trump sitting at 95 electoral votes. Kamala Harris at 35. Uh-oh. But then again, I mean, we're expecting the states that we're seeing to go to these people already. What do we got? Well, we've got Donald already having these confirmed. These are being called for him. So Indiana, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, and Florida, Oklahoma. States that are leaning right now towards Donald would be Kansas, Texas, and Georgia. I would be shocked if Texas didn't go to him. The same with, well, Georgia, to be honest. Now, for Kamala, looks like we have Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Maryland, and Vermont are currently being called for her, with New Hampshire and New Jersey leaning towards her, along with Michigan, Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. Now, I know Pennsylvania is that toss-up state, and we only have 5% reporting, so don't really think this is going one way or the other yet. For Pennsylvania with a 5% reporting, it's like 300,000 votes. Same, let's take a look at North Carolina here. Maybe 400,000, 8% coming in from North Carolina. Now, if I were more politically inclined, if I were more tuned into this shit, I could be like, well, obviously this is the way it's going to go for this evening. These are the counties that are voting for them. I don't have that much in-depth information. What's going on with our Senate and House race right now? Right now in the Senate, looks like the Republicans have gained a seat while the Dems have lost one. And in the House, right now it's just 39 seats for the GOP and 21 for the Dems. I don't know what's going on with the governorships. Take a look at that in a little bit. But these are early days numbers. Let me see if I could refresh New York Times, see if we can get some more information. Yeah, see, New York Times isn't even giving us like specific leaning towards anything. They're just giving what they're calling, nothing else. So right now, they're just locked solid into 95 electoral votes for Donald and 35 for Kamala. Now, I'm going to be honest with my assessment, like, as we kind of get into the evening, of what I think of both candidates. And I think there was a bit of a bellwether moment and a real, shift in kind of the PR and the interaction and just, I guess, the overall feel of the campaign for Donald after that assassination attempt. It feels like everything sort of shifted for him, not just in his reaction to it, but in how he interacted with voters. It felt more savvy. It felt like he took more opportunities to try to connect in different ways, whether that was going on streaming stuff and podcast stuff, being a bit more relaxed, having a lot of really big rallies, speaking a little bit differently than he usually does. So I don't know if that can be attributed to his reaction to getting shot at, if that is he had a better team of people around him, if that was taking more advice from his family, because everybody's always memeing that it's Barron that's helping him out. But to me, it felt like he was more on the ball, especially during this, election cycle, especially after what happened. Whereas Kamala, I can't specifically recall something that she did. I know that sounds weird. I know she did rallies. But as far as like being PR savvy or taking advantage of a situation, it felt like a lot of fumbles and missed opportunities. Even a running mate with Walz trying to, do this campaign against Vance where he said, oh, he's weird. That was their big attack. Vance is weird. Didn't really last very long, though, did it? Soon the conversation about Walz became, stolen valor, lying about going to China, banging a communist agent. All this stuff kind of backfired on him, and he kind of sunk into the background. Like the two main events I remember from him are he tried to do a hunting thing, and he played some video games once. Once those PR photo ops were out of the way, that was it. As far as Kamala goes, I honest to God can't remember what the hell she did for the last 2 months. It just felt like she did nothing. It felt like she took advantage of nothing, even though she was in the news cycle, even though that they're always pushing her and pushing her. It was more, what embarrassments were going on? What fumbles did she make? How did she screw up? Was the teleprompter not working? Did she misspeak again? Did she sound like she was drunk? Was she using a new accent? I know she did SNL. Okay. But I mean, aside from that, what the fuck were they doing? And it's easy to look at the team that surrounds these people and say, oh, well, she must have bad people advising her. Both of their campaigns are spending millions and millions of dollars to have people advise them on the best possible way to approach voters, on the best possible way to get their message out there. They're going to have people that are diehard fanatics and zealots and have the same ideology, and they're going to hire people with different opinions, and they're going to try to come up with a middle ground strategy to reach the most people. And to me, it felt like Trump was way more on the ball, whereas Kamala was just, I don't know what the fuck that campaign was. I think the Democrats got way too arrogant and thought they could just pick somebody and have the machine of the DNC push them forward, and it didn't matter who they were going to win, and that was that. And I think they massively dropped the ball by not having people vote for who they wanted, by saying that she's handpicked and you've got to accept it, by putting her out there when she obviously just doesn't know what the hell she's doing. It's not so much that Kamala Harris is the Democratic nominee, it's more so that she just happens to be the placeholder for opposition to Donald Trump. I mean, that's how cardboard cutout and non-personable she is. You don't really know much about her. She doesn't really seem to have much of anything going on. She's just sort of there if you don't like Donald Trump. That's who Kamala Harris is. That's what her campaign has been. That's what it felt like the entire time. And I will be honest to God, fucking shocked if she wins tonight. Now, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. She may take it. Whether you want to say they stole it or she won it, doesn't even matter. But I would be shocked if she wins. It just does not feel to me like she has support that's real. It does not feel to me like she has a mass of people behind her that are willing to do anything to vote her into office. She just does not have that appeal, even to her voters. A lot of people like to look at Hillary Clinton. Remember when Trump ran in 2016? They like to say, oh, she was so unlikable, and what a terrible choice. It should have been Bernie, all these other things. But you have to give it to Hillary that she understood how politics works. She understood, even with her faux pas and her fuck-ups and her mistakes, all those foibles, all that stuff, she still understood what the game of politics was. Kamala Harris does not. There have been numerous opportunities and events that have happened over the last 2 to 3 months where I have thought to myself, if Hillary was the candidate right now, or if Sanders was a candidate right now, or if anybody else other than Kamala Harris was the candidate right now, they would have taken advantage of it better, they would have reacted better, they would have seized the moment better. But she constantly is fumbling and fucking up and not bringing that football in to get a touchdown. So, my assessment as we start out the night, because I'm going to lay it out there, like I said, if I'm wrong, oh boy, egg on my face, is that Trump is going to take it. How much he takes it by, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't be surprised if it's well over 300 electoral votes. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a bit of a sweep. Not going to be something like Reagan, don't get me wrong, but I don't think Kamala's going to win. And I think we all need to come to the conclusion too. Big important point here. If Kamala loses this one, you can't ever pick somebody from Minnesota for anything. All right, the Mondale shit was embarrassing enough. Now we got Walls on here. Let's never have a politician from Minnesota ever run for anything related to president or vice president from this day forward, because it's a fucking curse. It's a curse. Doesn't matter what political party you're a part of. Don't do it. It's a mistake. You don't want to do it. Just gonna say that. I'm just gonna put that out there for you right now. It's a terrible mistake. Don't do it. You don't want to do that. So, chat, I'm going to ask you, which way do you honestly, I'll do a poll. We'll do a poll to see which way you honestly think this is going to go, because I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't see Kamala taking it. But I'll put them both down. We'll see which way. The chat's going to go on this. Throw that up there for you. There we go. Now, I'm going to guess the main demographic that are watching me, even though I mostly talk about insane people on the internet, but I lean right. So I'm going to guess you're mostly right-wingers, but I'm sure there's some left-wing people out there that are watching this, or independents or undecided. Not meaning to scare you off, but I can't imagine that you would disagree with me too harshly on this, that Kamala was a fucking awful choice. And that in the end, this is going to hurt the Democrats. Not saying having Biden in there was a good one. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Biden is just checked out. He's completely gone. I think he's been checked out for quite some time. Who you pick as a replacement, I don't know. But holy shit, it should have been somebody other than Harris. Let's see what our voting is coming up with here. Oops, no, I don't want to end the poll. That's not what we're looking to do. We'll let it go for a little while. So who's going to win it right now in the chat? Everybody putting down their bets early on this evening. We've got 83% so far of the 3,500 voting saying that Trump is going to take it. 17% going with Kamala. So I don't know which way. So far, it's not looking good. Is this going to be reflected nationally? Probably not. Is it going to be much closer? Probably. But we're just going to have to wait and wonder and watch. Oh, boy. It's election day. Isn't it exciting? Oh, I can't wait for the mad. Let's see if we got any updates. Well, so far, popular vote only. Really nothing else going so far. But 14.5 million going to Trump for the popular vote. 11.8 going to Kamala. Now, I don't know what's happened so far to Joe Biden's 80 bajillion Americans that love him to death. I would have thought Kamala would already have, 482 million votes. 140% of the country's population. I thought she'd already be there. Donald Trump would have one or two. Please, may I have, he says little tin cans out. May I have another vote? Because Biden's just so wildly popular. Even though the headline from a few hours ago is Biden has snubbed Kamala, not even going to her election party. It's not looking good. Now, you could just say that Biden is an old man. He's very tight, very sleepy Joe. He's just kind of hanging out, having an ice cream, sitting in his rocking chair, forgetting that he's president. Maybe they wheel Carter next to him. It's like a double header, a double feature, 2 weekend at Bernie's for free. They just can't make it right now. Can't hang out with Kamala. Oh, do we have any information about what's going on so far? Let's see. Yep, the race in both Virginia and North Carolina are still very fucking close. Just a few 10,000, 20,000 apart. Pennsylvania still got a bit of a gap, but only 8% reporting in. Michigan, still early days in Michigan with only 4% reporting in. Illinois is 1% reporting in. Ohio is actually pretty close. 38% reporting in. Kamala Harris in the lead right now by only 14,000 votes. At 1,144,000 to Donald Trump's 130,000. Kansas only 7% reporting in, a few thousand apart. Very early in the evening. But nothing is really changing very much. Texas is pretty locked in right now. Georgia is pretty locked in. Missouri, 1% reporting. Not even really worth talking. Only like 12,000 people have voted so far in the state. Not a lot to go by. Anything in the Senate or the House. Still sitting there. Are they calling Vermont? Oh, Bernie Sanders. What a shock. Bernie Sanders, 34% reporting in. Looks like that's a definitive victory over Gerald Malloy. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't really follow the Senate or the House races. I'm going to be honest with you. House right now sitting at GOP 44 to Dems 25. Will there be any shockers? I don't know. But do we have ballot measures this year? Was it just marijuana and vaginas? Were those our ballot measures, chat? I'm not sure. It's an interesting mix. Vaginas and pot. We'll see where it goes. Speaking of chat, who's going to win it? With 5,700 votes so far in chat, 83% still for Donald Trump, 17% for Kamala. Still early days in the chat for the voting. I'll let it go for another few minutes. We'll see where it goes. I'm going to guess most of you are right-leaning. Now, we say we have a concurrent view count, which I don't believe. You look at, it reminds me of the vote from 2020. It's just a up and then straight over. Something fishy's going on. I don't know. I need to verify if that number's real. Could all 42,000 of you watching donate $1 just so I can maintain? We need to check that number. I need a fact checker. Somebody get CNN. Get the Washington Post over here. USA Today. Pretty sure USA Today is the one that did the fact checking where they said that Ben Shapiro did not, in fact, steal AOC's shoes so he could sniff them because he's a pervert. How'd you like to have that job? How'd you like to be the guy at USA Today that has to verify shitposts on the internet? Somebody had to go out and research if Ben Shapiro actually stole a female politician's shoes. And they took it so serious. They even verified the picture of the edited picture of Biden putting a gun in somebody's mouth. Like anybody be confused about that? Like they'd be like, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, hey, geez, I don't think that happened." And yet somebody's getting paid to write that shit. So I need a USA Today employee, one of their journalists, one of the top men or women, to come out and to double check that for me. It's very fucking important, I think. That's right, they did call him Sniffy Shapiro, chat. That's his nickname. 6,500 votes, still sitting at 83. Trump, 17. Kamala. I'll tell you what, boy, if Kamala wins it, we're all going to look like assholes. It's going to be a little embarrassing. But hey, you got to live with it. It's part of being an adult. You take those risks. Now, there'll be real updates every hour, and I plan to stream for, let's say, 2 hours tonight. So I'll be able to give you one firm update by 8 and a weaker update by 9-ish as I leave. But I don't think by that time we're going to have a definitive answer either way. So, you know, I'm just going to have to, you're going to have to turn in to Kino Casino or to, what was the other one? I've already forgotten his name. Mug Club Guy, to hear Tim Pool talk about Civil War. Trump wins it, Civil War. Trump doesn't win it, Civil War. But at least you'll have plenty of coffee to get your way through. Looks like Harris is starting to pull up on those popular votes. Don's still sitting at 15.8 million. Harris now closing the gap a little bit, sitting at 13.3. I guess all those Biden voters finally woke up, got out of the old age home, and have decided to start voting. Oh, do we have something else that's saying that Illinois is now leaning towards Harris? A lot of leaning one direction or the other. But I don't know. We've got North Dakota up here. Looks like it's leaning towards Trump. I don't think that was a surprise. What I'm most interested in is North Carolina. And that gap is still extraordinarily close. Now, call me a bit of a conspiracy nut, but, you know, after those natural disasters that were going on the East Coast, and seemingly the lack of rescue efforts and getting people's electricity restored and communication restored and getting food and water to people and sending away charities that were coming down there, whether they were church or the Red Cross or different citizen-led initiatives, seems like that state got its ass smacked and a lot of people were left high and dry. You know, and I know I've seen a lot of political people saying, oh, they think it's definitely going to go blue. It's going to go Kamala. That makes me a little paranoid. Some shenanigans were going on. But who am I to say? I'm not a soothsayer. I couldn't tell you. What I am interested in is, when are we going to get more updates and information on the House and the Senate? What are they saying? Which ones did they gain and which ones did they lose? No, please, don't give me specific information. That would help. That would help. We'll go through the Senate. We'll look at the Senate right now. They're calling it in West Virginia for Jim Justice. Fantastic name, by the way. Indiana for Jim Banks. He's a Republican candidate right now. Marsha Black in Tennessee. Roger Wicker in Mississippi. And Rick Scott in Florida for the Dems. They're calling it for Lisa Blunt in Delaware with 0% reporting. That's shocking. 0% reporting. Already won it. Good job, Lisa. Apparently. Smoked everybody up. New Jersey, Andy Kim is taking it for the Democrats. Connecticut, we've got Chris Murphy taking it. Rhode Island, a Democrat. Sheldon Whitmore? Or White? I'm not sure. They cut their names off. In Massachusetts, we've got Elizabeth Warren. And of course, like I said, Bernie Sanders sitting up there in Vermont. Apparently didn't want to run this year. He's already got 14 summer homes. What does he need more for? Texas, 38% reporting. It is dead. It is a dead tie at the moment. Holy shit. Between Colin Allred, the Democrat, and Ted Cruz, the Republican. 49% each. Missouri, we've got Josh Hockley and Lucas Kuntz. Who won in Missouri? Kunt did. A cunt won in Missouri. We got Pennsylvania, Bob Casey and Dave McCormick. Elisa Slotkin and Mike Rogers in Michigan. Everybody else is reporting. It's all leaning. There's not anything definitive. Maryland, we've got Larry Hogan and Angela Ellsbro. But still early days there. Anything really interesting on the House? Not really. GOP 48, Dems 28. And it's going to be really late in the evening by the time you get something that's super interesting. Looks like they're calling more states. We got more states called, everybody. Oh, shit. I'm so excited. My nipples are hard. My fucking nipples are. Let's see who got called. Looks like Don and Kamala got some more states coming in here. What do we got in the camp totally right now for Donald? We've got Florida, South Carolina, West Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, and Oklahoma, giving Donald 101 electoral votes. What do you got for Kamala? What is she sitting on? Well, we've got Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, and Maryland. Currently sitting 101 electoral votes for Donald Trump, 49 for Harris, 17.2 million popular vote going to Trump, 14.6 going to Harris. Now we really are going to have to wait a while. Now I'm going to have to use my stunning personality to talk about inane shit while we wait for more numbers to come in. I forgot how horrible election streams can be when crazy people aren't doing crazy shit. Currently at the moment, we're sitting at 94,000 people watching. Very believable. Again, donate $1 a piece. We just want we need to fact check that. Also, I think I think our poll is done. We've gone 10 minutes. Who's going to win it? Trump 83%, Kamala Harris 17%. I think we're going to call it there. 8,000 votes have come in. 83. Looks like Trumpster's taking it. He's going to just put a little pin in that one for now. Put a little pin in that one. What do you say, chat? Shall we wander over to the battlefield that is social media and see people screaming at each other? I'm thinking so. Let's find out how my vagina's doing. How, everybody's getting ready. Project 2025's coming. Forced impregnations are right around the corner. Oh, God, I love just the bullshit propaganda. It's very fun. It's always very fun listening to people that act like the apocalypse is right around the corner. But let's see what happens. Let's go and take a look and see what's trending right now. Florida is trending, right? I need those big stories. In fact, I'll let you help me. If you find something insane or politically relevant, feel free to tweet it at Moshi Moan. That's MOSHI So it's like Moshi Moan. Well, let's see what do we got? Everybody just talking about what we've already gone over. West Virginia obviously being called for Donald Trump. Come on, folks. I need those hot news items. I want to hear somebody give me their hot take. Let's see what Charlie Kirk is saying. We'll look at some Republicans. We'll look at some Democrats. Let's see what the talking heads are talking about at the moment. Exit polls right now from NBC are saying that the Indies are Republican +6. If this is remotely accurate, Kamala is going to have a very rough time pulling out a win in Pennsylvania. Sounds like he's positive. Sounds like he's got a good feeling about what's going on. According to NBC exit polls, Donald Trump is doing 8% better with young voters compared to 2020. I would like to talk a little bit about the demographics. People were saying that as the day approached, and even today itself, that when you're talking about early voting, that Republicans were much more involved than they ever had before, that they were getting their numbers out higher than they were before, at least compared to 2020 or 2016, saying that they felt, this is coming from pundits on both sides, MSNBC, Fox News, talking heads online, essentially saying that if a majority of women show up at the polls today, that they think it's going to go to Kamala. If it's more men, they think it's going to go to Trump. That was the assessment from a lot of people. So I'm watching what's going on social media. What are the news stories? A lot of men start showing up, talking about very long lines in lots of different states, but then talking about it kind of dipping off. Then you got that chick dressed as a handsmaid tale showing up. So, which way is it going to go? Which way is it going to go? Everybody keeps talking about their specific group: young voters, Latino voters, black voters, inner city versus rural voters. But, the aggregate of what I've seen talked about is Republicans got a lot of early voting done, Republicans got a lot of rural people out, and Republicans got a lot of men out. That's even with Harris doing her just awful campaign of Harris, men for Harris, or straight men for Harris, or white dudes for Harris, whatever it was called, to really try to get that testosterone vote going for him. Didn't seem to work out. Didn't seem to really hit home like they were hoping it was going to. So, who's to say? But boy, they love their fucking polls. Trump wins Florida, coming from Turning Point. I mean, I don't think honestly, chat, how many of these elections have we watched? I think there are certain states that we all figure it's going to definitely go one way or the other. I don't think that really surprises anybody. So really what this night comes down to is everybody sitting around and waiting for maybe 8 to 10 states that they would consider a swing state. And which way are those going to go? Because that's what they figure is going to decide it. I don't think we're going to see a night where suddenly Texas is deep blue and California is flipped red. Nobody's going to be shocked when the results from these states come in. So you've got to just kind of sit and wait. It's like Christmas Day. You kind of know what the fuck is wrapped and sitting under the tree. You can figure it out, jiggle it around a little bit, the dimensions and the weight, give it away a little bit. But really, until you dig in and unwrap the motherfucker, you don't know. So you just got to sit and you got to wait, and it drives you crazy. And that's what this evening always is. And the great thing about it, the longer it goes on, and the more you have to wait, the crazier fucking people are going to get. So which way is it going to go? I don't know. But I've put my prediction out there. I think Donald Trump is going to take it. I think he's going to take it fairly decisively. Again, not saying it's going to be some crazy fucking sweep like a Reagan, but I think he's going to take it. So will I have egg on my face? Will the chat that voted 83% for Trump have egg on their face? Perhaps is Charlie Kirk going to be crying tonight? Maybe. I don't know. Oh, shit. Breaking news, chat. Breaking news, sorry. Breaking news coming in right now. It looks like ABC is calling that we've got a third contender in the race. Shockingly, Kanye West has taken 14 different states. It looks like Kanye's put out a statement about this shocking turn of events. I couldn't have done it without my little gay lover, Nick Fuentes. I love that gay little brown boy. That gay little brown boy, Nick Fuentes, really got Yeezy up in here doing the beezy. I love my little gay Latino boy, Nick Fuentes. Thank you, Nick Fuentes, for helping me take 14 states. Gay little lover boy, my little brown gay lover boy. Thank you for betting your reputation on me, my gay little brown lover boy, Nicholas Fuentes. Kanye West is in love with you. That is me. I am Kanye West. Please put on your trash bag and dance for me, little boy. Dance for me, little groper. Oh, thank you, Nick. Oh, we're going to win. We are winning right now. Okay, well, that was a statement from Kanye West after taking 14 states and thanking Nick Fuentes for his political acumen and his decisive political insight that has really helped him capture the heart of America and really become a contender. I think Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are in a great amount of trouble. A great amount of trouble. Dance Catboy, is that what he's saying? He might. He might be saying that right now. Sadly, we've lost 30,000 viewers. I think they've all been shocked, I tell you, by the news that Kanye West is killing it out there, and that he's currently just tearing it up. 14 states. I can't believe it. I should have put more faith in the Groypers and Nick Fuentes. Who knew? Who knew? Charlie Kirk's looking pretty stupid right now. Backing Trump. Should have trusted Nick. Oh, please, chat. Try to calm down. I know it's shocking. Can't believe Nick is just blowing it out of the water. Really amazing as soul. Nothing but up on that one. Nothing but up. Okay. I don't know why this is okay. Crazy, weird. I'm sorry, my chat's getting it's like stuttering out on me. I think it's actually the chat feature itself on YouTube has like it got all fucked up when I mentioned how great Kanye's doing. Do we have I should find a political speech from Kanye. Get me banned right off YouTube immediately. Oh, it's not going good. Oh, boy. It looks like Jill Stein should have just teamed up. Should be the vice presidential candidate. She'd have 14 states right now like Kanye does. But nope. She's got to go on her own. Got to try to be Miss Independent. Didn't work out, did it, Jill? Should have gone with Kanye. You'd be a winner right now, Jill. Let's see what else we've got. What's going on in Kentucky and Indiana? Saying Trump is projected to win Kentucky. Shocking. Wow. Who saw that coming? Looks like Kamala Harris might win Vermont. Oh, boy. Shocking again. Hope you all placed your bets and won money on those long shots. Who saw that coming? Oh, boy. Have we had any egregious things happening at the polls? Chad, have any of you seen anything egregious happening? Anybody acting crazy? Anybody getting thrown out? I've seen one or two stories this evening happen in relation to this, where it's somebody that, is tabulating votes, or, a poll watcher, government official, a few things about people not getting their ballots, a few things about the systems being down, a few things about people showing up late, one or two fights. But I haven't seen anything crazy. Nothing like 2016, nothing like 2020 yet. But am I just missing that? Do we have anybody being goofy little fuckers out there yet? I don't know. We'll have to a watch party for Kamala. And I wish I could show this on stream. Somebody sent me, this is a breaking news photo, a watch party for Kamala, and it's taken from across the street. And it seems to be about 13 naked men, all butt fucking each other. I guess that's the watch parties. I wish I could share it with you, chat, but I don't think YouTube's going to like it too much. I don't think they're going to allow me to do that. We've got something from somebody sending this to me. There's an absurd amount of women in line at Trader Joe's buying only wine. Looks like some people aren't taking the election well right now. It's not election count stormed. Oh, what do we got? We have a storming happening. Pennsylvania, this is breaking news. Let's see if this is real or not. Pennsylvania voting site evacuated as disruptors storm building trying to upset the election results. Well, it looks like everybody knows this is a vital state, so what the hell is going on down there? What voting site was this? I mean, it's a little vague, just saying the voting site. Let me see. Can you tell me where? Where is this happening? No, of course not. They're not going to tell me specifically which voting site. Just one happened. People have stormed the building, but I can't give you no more information for you. I'm sorry. No, you get no more information. Just rest assured the voting site has been stormed. Okay, well, we'll take that one. All right, let's run over chat. Let's look back and see. Do we have more votes being tabulated currently? Oh, looks like Harris is taking more states. Let's see what we got here. Which one did she? I really should keep a more coherent list because I'm not. I'm being terrible. Right now, Donald Trump, 101 electoral votes. Harris now at 71. She's got Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, and they're giving her Illinois with 9% reporting. Harris has taken Illinois with 310,000 to Donald Trump's 239,000 votes, giving her the extra 19 electoral votes. Popular vote, Donald's almost breaking 20, 19.4 million to Harris's 16.4 million. Let's take a look at the Senate really quick. Now, still sitting at 43 to 34. How's the House doing? Republicans sitting at 60 seats compared to the Democrats, 35. Early days. How are ballot measures going? I wish they're not telling me any ballot measures. As far as governors, 22 for the GOP, 21 for the Dems. But has anything been called that nobody was expecting? We've got so far called right now tonight, Vermont for Phil Scott. West Virginia's got Patrick Morris. And Indiana has Mike Braun. Are the three that they've called so far this evening. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We've got Delaware going for Matt Meyer. Or Mayer, however you pronounce it. So if that means something to you, congratulations. I don't know who any of those people are. I'm like most Americans. I have a narrow attention span, and I pay attention to the big numbers, which is Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Everything else is just fucking confusing to me. Let's see. Tracking the swing states. This is over on the New York Times. Right now they've got Georgia, and this is a margin they're giving it. So they're giving it Trump plus 11. Michigan, they're giving Harris plus 13. North Carolina, Trump plus 6. Pennsylvania, they have Harris at plus 39. Holy fuck. Arizona, no votes yet. Nevada, no votes. And Wisconsin, nothing. How the fuck do they have Pennsylvania for Harris at plus 39? I need to go look at the numbers over in Pennsylvania. What is happening in Pennsylvania? Let me just refresh here. Chat. One moment. With 12% reporting in Pennsylvania, 69% of the vote going to Kamala, 575,000 votes to Donald Trump's 251,000. But again, early days. More states are starting to fill in, but it's only leaning. Getting nobody calling anything yet. See, I think the best way to really predict which way is this election going to go early on is to find out which group of news people are most incoherent and freaking the fuck out on their broadcast. Now, Jack, can you tell me, has MSNBC started ritual suicides yet? Are people at CNN tying the nooses? Has Fox News opened the windows on the 40th floor? Like, do we have that information? Can we get that information to figure out which way this is going to go early on? Somebody in chat, Philly shit fuckery is at hand. Way too early. Coming from Toxic Dubs. Philly is rigged from Sergeant Fuckoff. Somebody stopped the count already. Somebody saying they all are. All the news stations? Well, of course, they're all shocked that Kanye West is just dunking on everybody. Again, thanking Nick Fuentes personally for just winning it for him. For just taking that victory. Oh, I don't even know what the Young Turks are doing. Throwing themselves out of... I don't... Is St. Euchre ritualistically molesting a horse right now? Now, last I checked, Anna has kind of like she's starting to have a little bit of an epiphany when it comes to her political opinions. She's starting to fight a lot more with her own audience, with her own side, would it be? So I don't know how she'll take the night, but I'm sure she hates Donald Trump. I'm sure they all fucking hate Donald Trump. I don't think that's changed. Sweep, sweep, sneed, sweep, sneed, and sweep. Maybe. Is Sank sobbing? Is he currently crying right now? Are you all enjoying the election coverage? Maybe I should have started later in the evening. Maybe that would have been better. We'd have more electoral results, more states called. But it's, we got 12 minutes for more stuff to come in? 12 minutes before it starts to heat up a little bit more. We got a little more information. All I can really give you is a popular vote. That doesn't really mean much, though, does it? I mean, we're looking at those swing states. Which way are they going to go? Well, it looks like North Carolina flip-flopped a little bit. North Carolina now reporting 23% in, 52% going to Donald Trump, with 46% going to Kamala. For the majority of the early voting, early evening, that was reversed with Kamala having the lead there. Now it leans to Donald Trump. Currently, they have him listed. Again, this is, putting together the two different sources. If you want to look where things are leaning, we've got for Donald Trump, North Dakota, Texas, Missouri, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, and Maine. But Maine's got like 10 people have voted. I wouldn't even really consider that. As far as Kamala, we've got Kansas, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, and is that it? I believe that's it. And we're awaiting more results again. More results in like 10 minutes. More states are coming in. We're going to have a lot of stuff like Louisiana, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, New York. Yeah, we got lots of people coming in. So we'll have a lot more information. I don't know. I'm getting a little excited. It looks like Florida, by the way, is pretty much lock solid. Again, was that surprising to anybody? 92% have reported in. 5.8 million votes going to Donald Trump. 4.5 million going to Kamala. That's a pretty gigantic fucking gap. Currently in Texas, the gap between the two, again, that's super surprising. 500,000 voters. Donald Trump having a solid lead at the moment with 52% reporting in, with 3.5 million votes to Kamala's 3 million votes. But Pennsylvania, though, her lead is growing. Still 13% reporting in, but she's got 610,000 votes to his 280,000, with 13% of the precincts reporting in. Michigan, 55 to 42%, and Kansas, 52 to 46%. But we need more information. We need to understand. We need more numbers to work with here. Now, if I were streaming on any other platform, I could just throw up another stream, a newscast, and we could watch that as they sob silently to themselves or celebrate. I don't know which way they're going to go with it. But sadly, I can't do that over there. They don't let me do that over here. Even though I'm streaming to 64,000 people, thank you very much, who are very real and not botted, and need to all donate $1 a piece. Thank you. Okay, that's how we need to do this. We got people already talking shit. Trump's going to lose. Somebody's saying in there, it's a little hurtful. I'm going to be honest. You know, I put my energy behind him, and if he loses, I'm going to look a little stupid. It's going to feel a little silly. Oh, let's take a look at Senate results. Nothing new. House results, 65 for the Republicans, 36 for the Democrats. And again, nothing shocking to me, at least right now. Just taking a look. Is there anything that's narrowly expected to win, or nothing yet? Still early days. How about the Senate? Is there anything that's been shocking here? Oh, that's a little weird. There is one small, a Maryland result for Democrats. It's not looking very good. It's a little strange, but still very early. I feel like a professional newscaster, chat. Oh, listen to me being all professional about this. God, I hate politics. I hate announcing politics. I just want to see some shit talk. Come on, social media. Where are the crazy people being insane? Where are the fucking nutcases? Looking for anybody as let's see. Is Scarborough, cutting himself? Is he having a bad evening? Is Kirk slamming his head into the wall? Somebody's got to give right now. Let's see if there's anything remarkable trending. No, people are talking about Florida like that's surprising. I don't think that result in Florida is surprising at all. Were there people really thinking that was going to shift blue? I don't know why. I mean, get the debate about Pennsylvania or other places, but but Florida? I don't think so. Let's see. No, nothing yet. I'm looking, boys. I'm looking for the interesting shit, but we've got to wait another 5 minutes, which is the perfect time for me to be a whore. Since we're waiting for the next batch of information to come in, which is going to drop, we're going to get more states. It's going to give us a hell of a lot better idea where the fuck the night's going. But that's going to be about 7 minutes away, which is when Jimmy Boy starts selling things like a whore. Remember, celebrate or rue the evening, I guess, depending on which way it's going for you. Again, it's very early, but maybe you're really locked in and you're like, fuck, I can't believe Kanye West is killing it tonight. Pick up some merchandise. Oh, look at that. The nightmare before elections and a vote. Along with that patriotic red, white, and blue cap, I know. Buy a hat for your hat and a hat for that hat. Celebrate the elections. Remember the evening. Either, the evening when freedom won, or we're all put in dystopia. I guess it really depends which way you're looking at it, but either way, whether you're living on a verdant green field with your family celebrating life and all taxes have disappeared and everything's like post-scarcity and it's great, or you're in a horrible concentration camp being bred against your will, at least you have a really neat sweater and a really nice mug and a hat. So I'll let my little commercial for my mug and my hat play, and when we come back, we'll have more results. We'll have an idea of which way is this country going tonight, boys. By buying a goddamn American capitalist hat. Oh, got to use that USA dollars to do it. Where are you going to do that, you ask? Well, you don't really ask, but I'm going to show you anyway. Fuck you. I'm going to show you anyway. Oh, look at those hats. Quality fucking hats, ladies and gentlemen. Wear it around town, it looks fancy. Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat. Buy a hat for your hat.